Hi, Nikki. Obviously, you just played them a few days ago. How do you kind of view playing a team like such a short distance away from playing them in the SEC tournament? Do you kind of look at that as an advantage? And what do you kind of remember from that matchup where you guys might be able to come out on top?
I think for both opponents, I think we look at it as an advantage because it's a short turnaround and you're very familiar. Now it's just tweaking some things. They'll go back and look at some areas that they feel like they could do better, and we'll go back and look at some areas that we need to take advantage of and do better. It's a quick turnaround. We just played them 4 days ago, so short-term memory. I think that's always good for players.
And you mentioned going back to the drawing board following yesterday's loss. How would you kind of assess the accountability that your players have had, not just this season, but following yesterday's loss?
I think the drawing board is just getting our players to understand that, let's do what we do. We got to be consistent. That's something that, we've talked about. Clearly, we were out of rhythm, yesterday on both ends of the floor. And, hopefully we can have our rhythm back. And that's key for us. I thought we, had some rhythm going into this game. And, we just didn't have the flow and the rhythm that we would have. So that is just consistency, but just showing them who we are, what we've done, the last couple of games, Arkansas, Auburn, just some good positive things that have helped us, get over the hump a little bit. And just that's what I mean by going back to the drawing board.
Up next, we'll go to Joel Coleman.
Nikki, obviously the regular season didn't really go the way you had hoped, or the girls had hoped and things. And, starting an SEC tournament doesn't cure all ills, I don't guess, so to speak. But is there something to just having a fresh start and being 0-0 and just one day at a time, kind of the nature of the SEC tournament? Do you feel like that's an advantage at all for you guys to just kind of, I guess, flush the mind of kind of the struggles of late?
Well, I think, it's postseason play. So when you think of postseason play, it's a new season. It's a big stage. And now it's survive and advance. So you got your mistakes have to be limited. You usually get second chances, in the non-conference, where you're going to have another game that's right around the corner where you could fix it. Well, there's not another game. So, you got to be tight with your game plan. You have to make limited mistakes. You don't have to play perfect, but your mistakes have to be limited and they cannot be costly. So, it's a big stage. So I'm hoping that our kids are ready for that and ready to rock and roll.
We'll go back to John.
Nikki, yesterday, Jemiah and Rakia's minutes were down a little bit. You mentioned how you wanted to focus kind of on the seniors. Can we expect an uptick in their minutes again in that for the LSU game and moving forward?
Well, I mean, the plan is to have everybody, everybody ready to go. I mean, that's the plan.